Hello dear students, welcome to today's class. In the last class, we gone through with the methods of preparations of haloalkenes by the alcohol, and the second method was by the halogen exchange method. In that one, we already studied the Finkelstein's and Schwarz reaction. And the third method for the preparations of haloalkane is from alkenes. So in this method, we need to take the starting material as alkene. So alkene is such a type of the organic compound which is containing a carbon-carbon double bond, at least one carbon-carbon double bond between the in the molecule. And if this alkene is taken for the methods of preparations of haloalkane, we need to take the two different chemical to react with the alkene. That is, for our syllabus they have given reaction of a HX with the alkene and reaction of halogen with the alkene. So let us discuss one by one. By taking the alkene as the starting material, we need to react this alkene with the hydrogen halide, and second chemical is halogen directly. So by the action of hydrogen halide with alkene. So whenever the alkene, for example, alkenes are generally indicated by carbon-carbon double bond. Alkenes reacts with the hydrogen halide. They undergo simply electrophilic addition reaction where the hydrogen is added to the one of the carbon-carbon double bond and halogen is added to the another carbon-carbon double bond, where the unsaturated system will be converted into saturated system, where the halogen is bonded to any one of the carbon-carbon double bond, and then it will be converted as alkyl halide or haloalkane. See, alkene is converted into alkyl halide or haloalkane by the reaction of HX. You can take X here, chlorine, bromine, iodine, but not fluorine, because fluorine is more reactive. Hydrogen fluoride is more reactive, and the product formation is very less. So suppose example, if I have taken ethene for alkene with HI, here it undergoes simply addition reaction. The hydrogen is added to the one of the carbon-carbon double bond along with the iodine. CH2 is converted into CH3, single bond, CH2I. So this is ethyl iodide. Ethyl iodide, or IUPAC name iodoethane. So this ethene is a symmetrical alkene. There are two kinds of alkenes, symmetrical and unsymmetrical. Symmetrical alkene gives any one product, but unsymmetrical alkene will give two products. For example, I have taken CH3CH double bond, CH2. So this is propene. So this propene is unsymmetrical alkene. Why the propene is considered as unsymmetrical alkene, sir? Because you can ask, because across the carbon-carbon double bond, both sides we are not having the same type of the atoms. We are going to see here we are used to have the two similar type of the atoms across the carbon-carbon double bond, but here we are having one side two hydrogen atom, another side hydrogen and methyl group. So it is not symmetrical, it is unsymmetrical. Whenever the unsymmetrical alkene is added with the hydrogen iodide, here it will be following the addition of this HI to the unsymmetrical alkene will follow Markovnikov's rule. What is Markovnikov's rule? You already know the Markovnikov's rule. You already studied in the first year hydrocarbon chapter. In that one, chemical properties, during the study of the chemical properties of the alkene. So this reaction already we all studied. That Markovnikov's rule says that the negative part of the addendum molecule will be added to the unsymmetrical alkene containing carbon-carbon double bond, which is containing the least number of the hydrogen atom will be the major product. Means you have 1000 molecules of propene in one beaker. Out of that 1000 molecule, some of the hydrogen iodide, means for example 700 HI will be negative part will be added to the second carbon atom, which is containing less number of the hydrogen atom, and remaining 300 propenes are added by the 300 HIs, where the iodine negative part is added to the more number of the carbon atom. So if I am getting two products, that is 1 iodo-propane and 2 iodo-propane, out of that, the addition of the negative part of the unsymmetrical molecule, which is added to the least, whichever added to the least number of the carbon hydrogen atom containing carbon-carbon double bond, will be the major product. See, once again, don't make it confused that the negative part of the molecule, addendum molecule, added to the carbon-carbon double bond of the unsymmetrical alkene, in which is containing least number of the hydrogen atom, that added molecule will be the major product. So here we are getting the major product as CH3, CHI, single bond CH3. So negative part of this iodine will be added to the carbon-carbon double bond, which is containing less number of the hydrogen atom containing carbon, that is second carbon atom. So therefore we are getting here 2 iodo-propane as the major product. In the year of 2020 Karnataka annual examination, question number 32C, you can see question number 32 in the question paper. They have been asked, that is, they have given the CH3 CH double bond CH2 plus HI, and you need to complete the reaction. So maximum students, what they will do, they will add the hydrogen to the second carbon atom and iodine to the first carbon atom. Yeah, that is anti-Markovnikov's rule, but here actually it is following Markovnikov's rule. If you are taking propene, 2 iodo-propane. If you are taking butene, 2 iodo-butane. Pentene, 2 iodo-pentane. So you need to find out the carbon-carbon double bond which is containing less number of the hydrogen atom, where the negative part will be added. So this is the first reaction of alkene with the HX to get the haloalkanes. It may be alkyl chloride, bromide or iodide. So the second one is, the second reaction is reaction of alkene with the halogen directly. So I will rub this one and I will find out, we will discuss the second reaction, that is from alkene only, that is B reaction, B chemical we need to take, that is by the action of halogen. Halogenation also we can say, halogenation of alkenes. So here, whenever the halogens are directly reacted with the alkene, we are getting the vicinal dihaloalkanes. Vicinal dihaloalkanes means, in the classification only we studied, in the nomenclature according to the common system only we studied about the vicinal dihaloalkane. That is, these are the dihaloalkanes in which the two halogen atoms are bonded to the adjacent different carbon atoms. So here the alkene, for example, I have taken ethene. Ethene is reacted with the reddish brown color bromine, that is halogen, in the presence of a small amount of carbon tetrachloride as the solvent. So bromine is reddish brown color liquid. So this bromine, whenever it is added to the alkene, any alkenes, example I have taken ethene, the bromine molecule is containing a single bond that will be broken into two parts, and this one bromine atom is added to the one of the carbon-carbon double bond, and another bromine atom is also added to the another carbon atom of a double bond, and double bond is converted into single bond because of addition reaction. Unsaturated system will be converted into saturated compound. So here we are getting 1, 2 dibromoethane. So this is vicinal dihaloalkane. Why? The two same halogen atoms are added to the adjacent carbon atom of the carbon-carbon double bond, which converted in the form of single bond. So you can get here colorless, means the bromine reddish brown color will be discharged during the reaction, where the bromine molecules will break down into the two parts of bromine atom and bromine atom. That bromine atom, after breaking, the color will be changes and discharged bromine reddish color, reddish brown color into the colorless. So this reaction, this chemical will be used as an unsaturation test for the detection of the carbon-carbon double bond or triple bond in the laboratory. To find out the unsaturated carbon compound or to find out the unsaturated, it is known as a general unsaturation test. For the unsaturation test in the laboratory we can use. Okay, so this ends with the two reactions, that is methods of preparations of haloalkanes. From alkane, the first one A is by the action of the hydrogen halide and B by the action of the halogen. We are getting here two types of haloalkane. There monohaloalkanes we are getting. Here in the second one we are getting dihaloalkane. Okay, so next last method, that is fourth method, is preparations of haloalkane from hydrocarbon. See here, fourth one, from hydrocarbon. So this is the least method for the manufacture of haloalkanes industrially. We are least preferred method. Why it is known as a least preferred method? Because the yield whatever we are getting from this method is very less. Here hydrocarbon we can take alkane, there by the action, free radical action, free radical substitution of alkane. Substitution of halogen to the alkane. By the free radical substitution of halogen. See here. Here hydrocarbon I will take alkane, such as propane I have taken. Formula of propane CH3CH2 CH3. When the alkanes are added by the halogen, suppose I have taken here chlorine. In the presence of sunlight, diffused sunlight, or you can mildly heat. Any alkane, methane, ethane, propane is heated with the halogen, chlorine, bromine, not iodine and fluorine. They are not at all. They are not giving a more high yielded stable products. So therefore we are using stable product forming chemicals such as chlorine and bromine halogen atoms. Whenever any chlorine or bromine chemicals are added to the alkanes in the presence of sunlight or mild heating, they undergoes halogenation of the alkane. And here we are getting mono or polyhalogenated alkanes. For example, propane will give two halogenated products. For example, some of the chlorine molecule will add over the first carbon atom of the propane. It replaces the one hydrogen atom by the chlorine minus HCl as a byproduct. And some of the chlorine molecules will add over the what? Second carbon atom by substituting the hydrogen atom of the propane. So we are getting here two products, that is first one is 1-chloropropane and second one is 2-chloropropane. 1-chloropropane, second one is 2-chloropropane. Out of these two, any one will be the major product. Here the 2-chloropropane is the major product and 1-chloropropane is the minor product. Okay, so in this way we can prepare the haloalkanes from the hydrocarbons by the free radical substitution of halogens. What is this free radical substitution? However, you already studied this substitution reaction for the preparations of chemical properties of the alkane in the first year hydrocarbon chapter. There chlorination of methane is one of the example. There you have studied the mechanism, that is free radical mechanism of chlorination of methane. You already seen that there the product will be polyhalogenated product we are having, that is chloromethane, dichloromethane, trichloromethane, carbon tetrachloride. So in this way here the propane after chlorination in the presence of diffused sunlight we will get the 1 chloropropane and 2 chloropropane. Out of these two, 2 chloropropane will be the major product. And this method will be the very least method for the least preferred method for the manufacture of the haloalkanes, because of the separation of the more than one halogenated product is very difficult. So this mixture is very difficult to separate, so therefore it cannot be used for the preparation, manufacture of the haloalkanes industrially. So this ends with the all the methods of preparations of haloalkane. The first method was from the alcohol. There you have studied by the action of the hydrogen halide, by the action of the thionyl chloride, and by the action of PCl3 and PCl5, that is phosphorus trichloride and phosphorus pentachloride. There are three sub methods we already seen. And in the alkene, sorry, from the halogen exchange method, two named reactions are there, that is Finkielstein's reaction and a Schwarz reaction. All two are very important. Next, from the alkene, that is there are two chemicals we can take for the manufacture of haloalkanes by using a starting material as alkene. That is, first one is hydrogen halide, will give a haloalkane directly, and second one is halogenation of alkene to get the dihaloalkanes. And last method, very least preferred method for the manufacture of the haloalkane, is from the hydrocarbons, where the alkanes are added by the halogen by the free radical substitution reaction. So remember, these are the four methods for the preparations of haloalkanes. Now let us discuss the second part, that is methods for the preparations of haloarenes. See here, you already know that haloarenes are nothing but organic compounds where the halogen atom is substituted on the benzene ring. You already studied in the introduction class of haloalkanes and haloarene, where the haloarene is nothing but the replacement of one or more hydrogen atom by the one or more halogen atom from the aromatic hydrocarbon is known as haloarene. So in this class, for our syllabus, we are having two methods for the manufacture of the haloarene. The first one is from the electrophilic substitution reaction of aromatic hydrocarbons. And second one is from Sandmeyer's reaction. See, first one is from the electrophilic substitution reaction of aromatic hydrocarbon, and the second one is from the Sandmeyer's reaction. Let us discuss the first one, that is from the electrophilic substitution reaction. This reaction was asked in the 2018 Karnataka CET. Directly they have given the reaction and they have asked the formation of the major product. So here let us discuss number one, that is from the electrophilic substitution of aromatic hydrocarbon. Electrophilic substitution reaction. Electrophile means electronically poor chemical species, which will be substitutes on the electron-rich carbon atom of the aromatic system. Aromatic system means where at least one benzene ring must be there. For example, toluene. Toluene is the aromatic hydrocarbon with the formula CH3 benzene. That is, it is also known as methyl benzene. Toluene is both common and IUPAC system accepted name, and it is also known as methyl benzene. When this methyl benzene or toluene is mixed with the halogen in the presence of anhydrous ferric halide catalyst, that is iron 3 iron containing catalyst. So here if you have taken the X is equals to chlorine, then chlorobenzene, ferric chloride you need to take. If you take bromine, ferric bromide you need to take. So This method is suitable for the manufacture of the chloro and bromo substituted benzene ring containing haloarenes, not fluoro and as well as not iodo. They will not give any stable product. So therefore, we can take the chlorine or bromine for the manufacture of the chlorobenzene or bromobenzene. See here, when toluene is heated with the halogen in the presence of the anhydrous ferric halide. If you take chlorine, anhydrous ferric chloride catalyst. If you take bromine, anhydrous ferric bromide you need to take. So here this halogen will be broken heterolytically, unsymmetrically, where the two bonding pair of electrons will go on the one of the halogen atom and it will carry the negative charge because it will take the electron, bonding pair electron of the another halogen atom. Because of the loss of one electron from this halogen atom, this will be separated as cation. So this halogen which is carrying positive charge is known as halonium ion. If it is chlorine, chloronium ion. If it is bromine, bromonium ion. So this halonium is electronically poor and it behaves as the electrophile, and it will be substitutes of the toluene either ortho position and or para position. So some of the molecules of the halogen atoms of the electrophile of halonium ion will substitute at the ortho position, and we are getting, see here, from this toluene one of the hydrogen atom is replaced and halogen electrophile is substituted. And similarly, some of the molecules of the halogens of electrophiles substitutes the hydrogen atom from the benzene ring at the para position. So we are getting here the two products, that is 2-halotoluene or ortho-halotoluene, here 4-halotoluene or para-halotoluene. So this para-halotoluene is major product where the maximum substitution of halogen is taking place at the para position of the toluene and with less molecule of the ortho-halotoluene. So this is the one of the electrophilic substitution reaction of aromatic hydrocarbon where we can take halogen. If you take halogen, chlorine, chloro, 2-chlorotoluene or ortho-chlorotoluene. If you take the halogen here at the para, chlorine, 4-chlorotoluene or para-chlorotoluene. If you take bromine, ortho-bromotoluene. If you take iodine, you cannot take iodine. I already told you iodine and fluorine will not give a stable product. Iodine will be undergoing reversible reaction with the low yield. So therefore, we could not take here halogen as iodine and as well as fluorine. So this is the first method for the preparations of haloarene, that is from the electrophilic substitution reaction of aromatic hydrocarbon. So how to write in the examination for 2 marks? When toluene is heated with the halogen in the presence of anhydrous ferric halide catalyst gives ortho-halotoluene and para-halotoluene, where para-halotoluene is the major product. You will get 2 marks for this reaction in the examination. It depends on the examiner how he is asking the question based on this topic. If he is asking directly the reaction to complete it, you need to complete as ortho and para. You need to write, and major and minor product also you need to mention. Sometimes he will ask write the major product. So then you need to write only para-halotoluene or 4-halotoluene. The next reaction is Sandmeyer's reaction. The last method for the preparations of haloarene is Sandmeyer reaction. Second method is Sandmeyer's reaction. Sandmeyer is the name of the scientist. Sandmeyer's reaction. See here. Sandmeyer's reaction is meant for the aromatic primary amines. See here. Starting material we need to take aromatic primary amine, that is benzene amine. Benzene amine is or it is also known as aniline. Its common name as well as IUPAC name is aniline, and only IUPAC name is benzene amine. When benzene amine is heated with the nitrous acid formula is HNO2. Nitrous acid. So this nitrous acid is unstable chemical which will be not available in the room temperature. So therefore we need to prepare situationally while performing this reaction. So this HNO2 can be prepared by the reaction of sodium nitrate with HCl. See here, sodium nitrate is taken with the HCl. This hydrogen will naturally react with the NO2 and converted in the form of HNO2, that is nitrous acid plus NaCl as a byproduct. So this test tube which is containing NaNO2 plus HCl is nitrous acid. This will be mixed with the benzene amine or aniline. Here we need to add excess amount of the HCl. So here this reaction should have to be performed at the very low temperature, that is about 0 to 5 degrees Celsius, or in the Kelvin 273 to 278 Kelvin temperature. So what happens here, the ice cubes you need to take in a beaker. You need to take ice cube, one of the test tube with the aniline which is mixed with the nitrous acid with excess amount of the HCl. So here you can observe the hydrogen atom from the aniline will be replaced with the nitrogen atom of the HNO2. So this nitrogen atom will approaches to this aniline and the two hydrogen atom of this aniline, and here one hydrogen, here one hydrogen, totally 4 hydrogen atom and 2 oxygen. They liberates the water molecule. 2 water molecule. See here, 2 hydrogen atom, 3, 4. Totally 2 2s of 4 hydrogen atom will react with the 2 oxygen atom and converted in the form of byproduct water. And the main product is benzene containing 2 nitrogen atom as N2. N and N, N2. It will utilize all the electron for the formation of bond. So therefore it will carry the positive charge N2 plus, and only chloride is left here. It will be attracted by this diazonium N2 plus. So therefore it will become a benzene diazonium chloride salt. This whole portion is cation, this whole portion is anion. So this chemical is known as benzene diazonium chloride. Look at here. The benzene amine is heated with the nitrous, not heated, treated, just mixed with the nitrous acid and excess amount of the hydrogen chloride at 0 to 5 degrees Celsius or 273 to 278 Kelvin temperature. So this nitrous acid is not stable at the room temperature, therefore we need to prepare situationally that at that period only by mixing the sodium nitrate and HCl with each other, and we are getting the nitrous acid. That nitrous acid is mixed with the aniline with little excess amount of the HCl at 0 to 5 degrees Celsius. The formation of benzene diazonium chloride takes place, and this is not the final product. To this chemical I need to add cuprous halide catalyst. Here I need to add the cuprous halide catalyst to this benzene diazonium chloride. Immediately the N2 will be N2 and benzene bond will breaks, and N2 will be liberated as N2 gas, and the Cl will be converted in the form of chloride anion as a byproduct, and the halogen atom of this cuprous halide replaces the N2, and we are getting as main product halogen. See here, it is a very big reaction. The aniline is heated, treated with the nitrous acid in excess amount of the HCl at 0 to 5 degrees Celsius. We are getting the benzene diazonium chloride, which will be added to the cuprous halide, where the copper ion is carrying the +1 oxidation state. Any halide, here you can take only halogenous chlorine or bromine. You cannot take iodine and fluorine, which will not give any stable halogen. directly you will get either chlorobenzene or bromobenzene with the replacement of the nitrogen gas and chloride ions as the byproduct. Okay, so this reaction is known as Sandmeyer's reaction.